From Championship Soccer Stadium in Irvine, California, it's time for USL Championship action. Two sides that made a statement week one in Orange County Soccer Club and Lexington Sporting Club are ready to battle. Jessica Jarman alongside former Manchester United goalkeeper Gary Bailey, delighted to be here with you. And Gary, for Orange County, it was an incredible week one performance. 4 goals, the most goals in a season opener in club history.
Absolutely brilliant. Dogman got the first at the far post, and then Zubac got one. Kyle Scott got the 4th goal, but before that was this free kick. We've kept it till last because it's an absolute cracker of a free kick.
4 very different goals, but one big result for Orange County. And Danny Stone has been at the helm for such an incredible turnaround. 9 regular seasons games unbeaten, and he's just getting things right. But it's a big challenge ahead today. Ethan Zubac is a player that was very impressive in the 2024 season. 11 goals, and he's tonight's player to watch, presented by Liuna. Gary, he's an incredible forward.
He is very, very good in the air, as you can see. Their scores 1 in 3 games, which is a really, really good record for any striker. And he's still young enough to go on and play many, many more years at this or even a higher level.
Now for Lexington Sporting Club, it was a debut in the USL Championship to remember. A golazo started things.
Joe Hafferty, what a strike. You cannot start a debut season any better than that. And then Elliot Goldthorpe gets the ball here and makes a run into the box. Doesn't get challenged and just tucks it under the goalkeeper there to give them a 2-0 victory.
A dream start in life in the championship for Lexington. What I love about this side, Gary, is the way they've built a team with plenty of experience. Speedy Williams, one of the best.
He is one of the best. He's been all over the USL, 32 years of age. Caps for Jamaica as well. You can see how many titles he has won. That's the sort of experience you need in the locker room, especially when you're an expansion team.
Well, kickoff is just around the corner here at Championship Soccer Stadium. We're excited for what's to come as Orange County Soccer Club look to replicate an impressive start to the season. Can the new kids on the block, Lexington Sporting Club, match them? We'll see. Stick with us.
At the Pickup Family Neurosciences Institute, we function as a unit. Neurosurgery and neurology, physical medicine and rehab, physical therapy. It's patient-focused, patient-centered care. The future of the neurosciences at Hoag is filled with promise. We are at the cusp of incredible advancements and innovations that are truly going to transform medical care and its delivery. Patients don't just get a doctor when they come to Hoag, they get Team Hoag.
I'm Jay, and as founder of Omega, I understand that as a business owner, you've got a lot in your mind. Let the tax credit ninjas at Omega get you the money. It's rightfully yours. It's not too late to score big on tax credits, but you gotta act fast.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
RAV4 hybrid shoppers, listen up. You're paying more and getting less. The all-new Mazda CX-50 Hybrid packs the same Toyota trusted hybrid powertrain, but delivers premium performance and more luxury. Why pay RAV4 prices when you get more with the CX-50 Hybrid? And while Toyota dealers struggle with inventory, we have CX-50 Hybrids in stock now at Tustin Mazda. Better tech, better value. Skip the wait. Buy a Mazda CX-50 Hybrid now at Tustin Mazda. Think hybrid, think Mazda.
Tonight's match is presented by Raising Cane's. Welcome back to Championship Soccer Stadium. USL Championship action between Orange County and Lexington Sporting Club. Jessica Charman and Gary Bailey here. And let's get into the starting lineups. First for head coach Danny Stone. His Orange County side has 2 changes from their 4-2 victory last time out.
Ashton Miles comes in at centre back. No Kevin Partida and Roberto Molina up front. Cameron Dunbar not available. I'm not sure if they'll play 3 at the back. Maybe they'll play 4 with Doody, as they have done in that right back position. We will find out very soon.
And tonight's starting lineups are presented by Zulfagari Law Firm. For the visitors, Lexington Sporting Club. Terry Boss has made the lone change today.
Yeah, a forced change. No Cam Lancaster, so Braudilio Rodriguez starts in that attacking role, but he's supported by Marcus Epps and Beer and Firmino there. So a team that got off to a good start. Can they continue?
Can they continue? Indeed. The referee for today's action will be Mohamed Hassan. He'll be assisted by Cameron Silla and Alexander Arita. The 4th official, Rafael Bonilla. It will be Orange County Soccer Club sporting their brand new back to blue jerseys. A little bit of a change from the usual color scheme that we've got a little used to, but they look beautiful nonetheless. Lexington take the kickoff in those dark jerseys with the green trim. And a direct ball forward early by the visitors. Is trying to take it down now are Lexington. As a cross is driven in and cleared away out the back. Throw in. Looped in. It's headed down and out. It will be a corner kick to defend right away. A bright start for Lexington as they'll get an opportunity to test this Orange County back line from the set piece.
You can see Tom Brewitt wearing a bit of a face mask there, the big centre back from England. Wonder if that's going to hamper his ability to head the ball.
Zeffel will take the out-swinging corner. It's brought to you by Cityside Fibre. Taken short. And then driven in. A good catch by Colin Shuttler. The OC goalkeeper gets things bowled out quickly. Terry Boss was extremely happy with the way that his side played. Mentioned that it was a fantastic preseason that included a trip down to Miami to play Lionel Messi. And he said that his side were ready to go, and he wasn't surprised, Gary, with the way that they performed in their season opener.
That was a very good victory against Hartford. By the way, they played against Messi, Suarez, Busquets, and Alba. That's a dream come true. So that's headed safely back to Colin Shuttler. Yeah, I mean, as your expansion side, we saw Rhode Island struggle last season as an expansion team to get results. Eventually they came good, and didn't they just come good? But to get a win straight off the bat in your very first match, it's a great credit to Terry Boss and this Lexington SC side.
A statement made, a side that finished 9th both times in their USL League One schedules, now able to transition seamlessly into championship life. And a fantastic roster build that is littered with experienced players at this level.
By the way, good start for Orange County as well. 4 goals against Oakland Roots. That's their first home win on opening night since 2014 for Orange County. So I think they were very happy. They did concede 2 goals, but overall, having scored 4, it was a comfortable night eventually for Orange County.
Epps opts to start it through the back line instead. There's Firmino into the back line. Williams sends a big switch. Big cushion down, and a strike is blocked away. And result in another corner kick. And this corner is presented by Cityside Fibre.
You're talking about the changes to Lexington. You're quite right. There's 20 new players came in. I think only 3 remained. 20 came in. So it takes a lot of organizing by Terry Boss to get all those players settled in and understanding each other. This will be a big test. Home form is one thing in Lexington and their lovely stadium, but away here at Championship Soccer Stadium, this is a big test for Lexington SC.
Zeffel will take this corner kick in the 4th minute. And it's out swinging. Takes a couple of hops around. It'll be cushioned down. Speedy Williams. Suss it back now. And Williams receives again. Here's Hafferty. Had the world-class goal off of the corner kick. Would love to see him replicate that. Terry Boss said he did it again in practice, so he can claim it is no longer a fluke.
Yeah, what a strike it was. Wow. It's definitely up one of the goals of the season.
And Gary Bailey, your keys to the game tonight are presented by Patterson Auto. You've got some thoughts on both these sides and their success.
I'll tell you in a moment. Right now, I'll tell you that tackle has come in for Lexington. Terry Boss saying he felt Kyle Scott dictated the tempo of the team, so they'll be trying to stop Kyle Scott getting to the ball. And for Orange County, get the ball wide to Doody and Dogman. Those two very, very good down the flanks. Doody, a new signing, and Dogman's been there a while. And if they get ball wide, that could be a big problem for Lexington.
And Dogman was discussed by head coach Danny Stone, and he said, such a versatile player, great at defending, but also very comfortable getting forward. Saw him getting forward and getting on the score sheet last week. There's Mohamed Hassan. Views a foul. Orange County will have a free kick.
I mentioned those blue strips as being one of their original strips when they were called the LA Blues team. So they're going back in history there. They said the blue is for the tribute to the sea and the sky in Orange County. But I'm just so used to them being in orange at home, and it takes a little bit of readjustment.
Well, they do have the bright orange numbers, Gary, which are a lot easier on the eyes than perhaps the dark green of Lexington.
You can't see the numbers on Lexington, unfortunately.
Big tackle comes in. Hassan blows a free kick. All overzealous in the challenge will allow Grayson Doody an opportunity to reset play through the free kick. Doody. Plenty of time. Orange County trying to enjoy some of the ball through their back line now. Here's that splitting pass. Driving forward is Hagart. Chris Hagart, player that Danny Stone said he knows he can get more out of.
This is where Orange County are particularly good, I think, with Hagart, Kyle Scott in that middle there. They've pushed Nico Benalcazar, who played as a centre-back in the opening game. They got him in the middle as well. Doody's another good touch player. Very comfortable on the ball, Orange County.
And very versatile in their personnel. Plenty of players that are comfortable in multiple positions on the field, which is such an important attribute in the modern day player. Schuttler sends that one forward, a little bit too easily returned.
Marcus Epps out on that wide right-hand side. He can be such a useful player, big and strong as well. When he's keen and he's focused on his soccer, he's a valuable asset to have.
Here's Burks. Sends this one down the channel, was looking for the run of Epps, gets the thumbs up. Just running out of real estate. Marcus Epps, the former Hartford Athletic man, brings a world of experience to this squad.
It's been around a bit. FC Tulsa, Phoenix Rising, San Antonio, even MLS. A few games for New York Red Bulls and for Philly Union.
Hagar tries to flick on the header under a little bit of pressure, is able to get it across now to Doody. Doody driving forwards, has runners ahead of him, squares it. It's controlled by Hagart and pushed further wide. Splitting pass, recovered. It's hung up back post, Doody! Grayson Doody nods it home. And Orange County have the lead.
That is such a good finish. Grayson Doody as a right back getting into that box, adding those extra numbers in the box and heading the ball the back the way it came. Very difficult for a goalkeeper when you do that. Not much that Logan Ketterer can do. Lovely ball played in, but good build-up through the middle as well. We were just talking them up, Orange County, as to how well they knocked that ball around. They got it wide, right down the line there, and then nice little bit of skill. Ball knocked in. Ryan Dogman with the cross. Doody with a header. That is fabulous football from Orange County.
Danny Stone drew it up, said that he knows the attacking service that Ryan Dogman has when he gets into those areas of the pitch. And it's a pinpoint cross. Grayson Doody generates enough power in that header. And Orange County off to a dream start. And this goal is scored by Grayson Doody. And it's presented by Hoag.
And just a thought, we were talking about the keys and we said, what do they have to do, Orange County? Get Dogman up the one side and Doody up the other. There we go. Don't always get it right, but when you do, you've got to mention it.
Gary Bailey, it's okay for you to take credit. Hagart cycles the play. Now we see how Lexington are able to respond to some adversity. It's the first time that Lexington Sporting Club has conceded in life in USL Championship. It's been short-lived,
yeah.
But as a goalkeeper, you understand how that first goal feels.
That's something they're going to have to deal with. And not only that, this is their first away trip, and it's a long one. It's not on the East Coast. It's right across the country. And chatting to Terry Boss, he says, hey, it's part of the game. I don't want excuses from anyone. We travel. We do what we have to do. So, as mentioned, a good start to the season, but this now is a real test against a very good Orange County side. What we said earlier on, aiming to go now 9 unbeaten. If you go back to last season, their record is 10. So if they can get a result here today, they're one away from equaling their all-time best run. That's how good this team is now under regular coach Danny Stone.
Speedy Williams. Tonight's injury report is presented by Solagafi Law Firm. And apparently, Gary Bailey, none reported.
Well, there's certainly players missing, and maybe they're not injured, but Orange County, I mean, Cameron Dunbar and Kevin Partida are not available from the opening game. No Tristan Traeger on the bench. No Bryce Jamison. Lexington, no Cam Lancaster. So if not injured, maybe they're unavailable for other reasons.
Alcazar, little dinked ball forwards. I'm searching for the runner Dogman. The play will be pulled back. Mohamed Hassan saw something behind the runner play. And Orange County will get a free kick. It'll be played quickly. A misplay though, that'll be repossessed by Lexington, and now they earn a free kick. Chippy game, as Nick Firmino looked to play that one fast. It's Rodriguez that was fouled.
It's a good chance for Rodriguez to prove himself as a viable opposition to Cam Lancaster. He's much younger, obviously, than Cam. I think Cam's 32 now, Rodriguez 25. So if he has a good match today, you just wonder if Terry Boss might think of, well, you know what? As great a player as Cam Lancaster has been, maybe there's a chance for Braudilio Rodriguez to start off up front.
Sargent goes to ground, and Hagart will look to capitalize now. Second ball is won tidily. Orange County with some momentum now. Firmino to play it back and was a little risky. Sargent with some quick feet to skip away from the defender. Right now, what do Lexington need, Gary Bailey? Just to settle or go all guns blazing looking for the equalizer?
No, just settle. It's still very early in the game. Oh, got that one away just in time there. Colin Shuttler. Long way to go yet, so the last thing you want to do is panic, take too many risks. They're going to have plenty of opportunities, Lexington SC. They are up against, we said they're up against a very good side, so they're going to have to play well to leave Orange County with any points, but they're capable of it, as we saw last week.
Definitely take confidence in the fact that they were able to find the back of the net twice in their 2-0 victory, Lexington.
Also got to mention in the USL Team of the Week, Joe Hafferty picked, quite rightly, for that goal, and Kyle Scott from Orange County. He got himself into the USL Team of the Week.
Terry Boss, the USL Head Coach of the Week. So the gaffer getting a nod as well for beginning life successfully in the USL Championship. Duty as the game-leading goal. Knocks it further forward to Molina. He started all the way back now into the back line. Shuttler. And Danny Stone, very vocal on the sideline right now. Must be encouraged by the way his team has started.
I think he's done a great job since he came in. I mean, as you say, from the moment he arrived, they were in trouble. He got them into the playoffs. He's got them on this unbeaten run now of 8 games and looking good in this game as well. So huge credit to Danny Stone, who thought would do well at Phoenix Rising. Didn't quite work out for him. He's got a second chance here to show just what he's capable of.
Here come Lexington as a big tackle in the middle of the park. Ben Alcazar able to get the ball wide. Great recovery. So here is Nico Ben Alcazar. Duty. Haygart sees the ball poked away by Nick Firmino. The only way to ensure that you're here for all the action in 2025 is by joining the season ticket holder family. Earn exclusive gifts, benefits, and access to the best seats in the house. Get yours today at orangecountysoccer.com/season-tickets. And that is a place to be. We talked to some of the people at the club about the way that they're able to structure the supporters section. There's a kids-only supporters section. Looks like a really fun place to be, Narleville, the kids section. Way to encourage new fans to the table as Grayson Duty into Molina. Scott to Molina.
They're playing their own little game there, the two of them, knocking the ball back and forth, forcing Lexington to come and close them down. But Kyle Scott, as Terry Boss suggested, dictating tempo a lot of the time there for Orange County.
It was a little under hit. And Sargent was able to earn the throw in. Kieran Sargent on loan from the Houston Dynamo. Had 26 appearances with Dynamo 2. I'll take the throw. Big switch. Pinged over to the opposite flank, great control. And Firmino flicks it forward to Sargent. Sargent looking to round his man, but the whistle blows. Sargent deemed to have jumped the gun with that run forward, and the offside will follow.
It's one of those frustrating offsides because Kieran Sargent can see down the line. He can see where every one of those defenders is. Just got to keep himself on the right side of that line, which he didn't do.
Little stumble there by Epps. Couldn't get on the possession, but does well to recover. Epps looking to get back on the ball. It's volleyed away from him. Good control. It's a big switch. Will search for Sargent. He'll take it down. Kieran Sargent. Barbier. Across to Speedy Williams. Epps. Defended. Marcus Epps, a bit frustrating night so far on that right-hand channel. Molina, the El Salvadorian national team player. Molina hangs it up. It's headed down, bobbling around. Hagar puts his body on the line. It's ping-ponging around. And Lexington survive.
Wow, what a chance for Ethan Zubak there at the end of it all. It was a huge scramble, wasn't it?
Chaotic moment inside the box. Orange County unable to capitalize.
Good switch from Molina there. Ball gets headed back in. It's a strike initially from Chris Hagar, and then it comes out to Ethan Zubak, and you're thinking this is going to go in the back of the net. And just a couple of bodies in the way managed to block the ball.
What a save in the end that ended up being. And you just see in the body language right now of Ethan Zubak that he felt like he may have placed that one a little better. Hogan Ketterer able to prevent conceding goal number 2 of the evening. Mohamed Hassan with the whistle. Didn't like the challenge that came in over the top. It was Tom Brewitt penalized. Speedy Williams stands over the set piece. 271 appearances in the USL Championship for Speedy Williams. A great addition to this roster. Long pause is due to Mohamed Hassan just having a word extra with Tom Brewitt after the challenge. As Williams slots it back through the defensive line.
See Orange County very deep in that low block in the final third of the pitch. Everybody behind the ball.
Barbier. Just trying to connect a few passes together with Firmino. It's over to Epps. Marcus Epps drives an early cross. Straight back to Lexington, who are struggling right now to find a way through that low block. Sargent will try. His cross is cleared away at the edge of the 18. Speedy Williams able to recover to toe poke that one away. Welcome to the 2025 USL kickoff presented by Terminix. Throughout the month of March, the USL will be kicking off across the country. Join us for all the action on ESPN and CBS Sports platforms. Here comes Epps. A big tackle away by the masked man himself, Tom Brewitt. Not afraid of a physical challenge, as you saw as he went flying in for that one. Williams Sargent. Cutting past to Firmino, stabbed away from the former Atlanta United man. And then no way of getting away with that one. The two-handed hug from Daniel Barbier.
Got to be careful there, Barbier. That's just slightly more than a pull, wasn't it? That's borderline yellow card. That's why he's getting a warning there. The referee just giving him just the benefit of the doubt. It's one thing holding on, but then you continue to hold on, and not a wise thing for the big defender to do. I think part of it's a frustration, though, because they can't get past Orange County. Orange County got everyone behind the ball. They're blocking everything that Lexington can do. So you're 1-0 down. You can't really get past their defense. They haven't been able to give Rodriguez up front any service whatsoever. And I think that's a hard thing for them to accept at the moment. They're getting a little bit frustrated, all the Lexington players.
I think Barbier will be very relieved that our referee Mohamed Hassan gave the benefit of the doubt and didn't card the defender. Would be a long night at the office if he'd have received a yellow card in the 25th minute. Williams. Epps. Defended by two, trying to find a space. Does beat the defender. Epps, twinkle toes. Still with possession. Slips out the fingertips of Shuttler. And a corner kick will find its way in the 25th minute. This corner kick, taken in the 25th minute, is presented by Cityside Fibre.
Great skills there from Marcus Ebb. Nice little black back heel. Gets the ball in. It's a straightforward one for Colin Shuttler, and in the end he's annoyed with himself because he goes with one hand. If he goes with two, he catches it.
Corner will be swung out by Zeffel. Zeffel puts that one a little lower. And it will arrive with another corner taken in the 26th minute, presented by Cityside Fibre. Zeffel takes this one short. He swung in at a different angle, blocked away. Important clearance out the back by Orange County. Under hit pass, but does find Speedy Williams. Williams. Ball driven in. And the strike is blocked away. Important slide tackle comes in from Ashton Miles.
It's the first little bit of Braudilio Rodriguez we've seen really in an attacking form, and he does quite well here. Nearly, I mean, he gets the shot off, it just gets blocked. Good defending there from Ashton Miles, but that's what Lexington SC fans want to see from their main striker, and he just gave us a little glimpse there of what he's capable of.
And in the end, Shuttler carried it out of play, so it will lead to a corner kick, and this corner kick taken in the 27th minute is presented by Cityside Fibre. Marcus Epps stands over this one. He's joined by Kieran Sargent. Epps takes it short, square across the box. Possessional play from the corner kick, but can they find the end product? It's swung in and headed away by Brewitt. Looped up by Zeffel. Controlled down. Patient defending by Guimaraes. Orange County SC returns home to Championship Stadium next week on Saturday, March 22nd for our 4th annual non-profit night as our county boys face Monterey Bay FC. Don't miss out on all the action and get your tickets today at orangecountysoccer.com/tickets.
It's actually interesting. They'll be their third home game in a row, Orange County, and I always think as a player you like to have a few home games back to back. It just gives you a good chance of getting off to a great start, and that can set the tone. Same for Lexington. 3 of their first 4 are at home as well. 7 of their first 9. So both clubs with a chance to get a really good start to the season, get some points in the bag.
Nothing quite like playing at home in front of a fantastic crowd, and you can hear the Orange County supporters in full voice tonight. Great atmosphere being created in Irvine here at Championship Soccer Stadium. Also credit to all the Lexington Sporting Club fans that are staying up late to watch this game with the time difference. The ball is launched forwards.
They must be super excited to have a The women's team as well that is really good and is working its way up the table. They have a fantastic stadium and a wonderful setup there. So for soccer fans in Lexington, there's lots to look forward to.
Dogman, physical as he shields the ball. Has to start things backwards. Scott distributed wide. Doody. Molina. And Brewitt. Patient possession from the home side as Brewitt. Across to Miles. Speedy Williams able to regain possession for the visitors. Firmino. And Epps. Ball is hung up. It's chested down well. Appeals for a handball, waved away, and a stumble at the back post.
That was a good move. Lovely switch of play from right to left. Beautifully chested down and driven across the box. And that was a really good half chance there for Lexington. One of the few they've had. They've battled to get behind this defense of Orange County because of the numbers they have. But that was a great switch of play. Lovely cross and a little chance there for the visiting side.
Feels like a lot of the good for Lexington has happened down that left-hand side through Kieran Sargent. And it's definitely utilizing this lone move from Houston Dynamo to prove himself and just develop game rhythm.
Talking about proving yourself, when we spoke to Terry Boss, we asked him about the players. He said he only wants players there who have a purpose. And he said the main purpose is to go up a level, to do something really good, go and achieve more. He said that's what he wants his players to do. Come here, play well, and move on to better things. And I think that's a nice philosophy to have, and you'll get players who are super committed that way.
It's a great way to get the buy-in from the team when you feel like your head coach in Terry Boss has your best interests at heart.
An example he pulled out was Speedy Williams. He says even at 32 years of age, he's asking to watch videos of opposition. He wants to stay late, figure things out. He said that's the attitude that he really loves.
Here's Marcus Epps. Epps switches the field. Sargent cuts it back in. Firmino takes a strike. It's blocked away. And yet again, it's Tom Brewitt blocking it away for a corner kick. And this corner kick in the 32nd minute will be presented by Cityside Fibre.
This is a really good chance once again. Firmino does well, and he gets himself a little bit of space. He turns here, he gets himself the space, gets the shot on target, and as you say, great defending once again by Tom Brewitt and that Orange County defense.
There is a fearlessness about Tom Brewitt tonight, putting his body on the line time and time again. But it is yet another corner, so Sofiane Zeffel to take. Tom Brewitt just with a couple of words for our center referee, Mohamed Hassan, as Zeffel takes it short, gets it back. Zeffel hangs this one up at the back post, and it's out of play over everybody. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus, hear live matches from USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app.
To mention something on the last episode of All Access with Mike and Devon, there was an interview with Terry Boss.
Well worth a listen, that one. Tuesday night, where every USL fan needs to be listening to Mike and Devon on All Access.
By the way, it's been a good last 10-15 minutes for Lexington SC. They really have put Orange County under pressure, but it's something that Orange County over the years, even going back to their championship winning side a few years back, have always been very good at doing. They soak up pressure so well, And whenever they get in the lead, in fact, the year they won the championship, they won it by 1-0s and 0-0s and extra time and penalties. And they were just so hard to break down. And somehow that's been in their DNA.
Feels like it's a team that's very comfortable with suffering and being uncomfortable. And as you mentioned, almost an identity factor of this team. Zubak. Duty. Still his goal, the difference between these two sides as he pushes it forward to Haggard. And Alcazar to Scott. And Miles will knock it back to Shuttler in goal.
It's a lot of running you end up doing when teams play the ball around like this, and you can see Rodriguez is doing doggies up and down, and they do frustrate you, Orange County, because they're so good at moving that ball around from left to right and keeping possession.
Anyone that's ever played a game of 5v2 knows just how exhausting that can be, and Gary Secret not very good at 5v2. Done a lot of running in my time.
Goalkeepers never are, you and me.
Big switch over, perfect touch out of the air there by Sargent. Sargent looking for an angle, knocks it back to Firmino. Firmino back to Sargent. Sargent trying to get round the defense of Doody. And it will be a goal kick. Looking for the most flexible way to come down to the champ in 2025. Our 10 ticket flex packs are just what you need. Use these 10 tickets to attend multiple games with a friend, or grab your friends and family and use them all in one match. The choice is yours. Flexible. Grab yours today at orangecountysoccer.com/flex-packs. Sargent. Barbier. Just waiting for some movement ahead is Kendall Burks. Burks under some heavier pressure now. Speedy Williams controls in front of his back line. Barbier to Sargent. And Sargent will control. 10 minutes or so left in the second half of play, and it's been pretty even. Lexington creating opportunities. The issue has been not being able to find the finish, Gary.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been held at distance. The closest they've come is from long balls into the box at the far post and then squared. And they just haven't been able to test goalkeeper Colin Shuttler as yet. But I still think Terry Boss will be happy that they've controlled a lot of the possession as they are now. Just as we say, there's so many blue shirts, they all drop into that low block, and they're very, very difficult to get past.
But here comes the Orange County counter. Chris Haggard a little frustrated that that ball didn't find his feet. It was interesting hearing head coach Danny Stone talk about Chris Haggard and what he needs to add to his game. Marcus Epps connecting with Beer. Barbier. Haggard driving forwards, cutting back and resetting with the masked man Brewitt.
I think it's important for Orange County that they have another one of those little spells of keeping possession, but work their way up the pitch in the process. They've taken a lot of pressure, and you know, eventually something goes wrong and it's a handball or a push or penalty. You want to start putting Lexington under pressure, so they've got a free kick anyway. Maybe now's a good time to get numbers forward and try and stay in the Lexington SC half for a while.
Joe Haverty penalised for that challenge. You're right, Gary. It feels like a second goal cushion would be all important for Danny Stone's side, but right now they haven't found too many opportunities since finding the lead early. But the one big opportunity from Ethan Zubak.
Yep.
But other than that, haven't tested Logan Ketterer enough in goal. Miles to Duty. Here comes the possession. Alcazar starts it back with Brewitt. Alcazar doing a lot of running, checking in to different areas to try and get possession started. He's able to pull it up to Dogman. And further forward now for Zubak. Good strength by the forward to earn the throw-in. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Risky back pass from Speedy Williams. That's some trust in Ketterer. Ketterer does well. Taken down by Scott. Scott, does he draw the foul? No, he doesn't. And Gary, as we approach 5 minutes to half time, you have to think that Terry Boss will be encouraged by the way that his side have played over the last quarter of an hour or so.
No, absolutely. They've dominated most of the possession. They've forced Orange County back into that low block for long periods of time, but they're 1-0 down, and that's the thing about Orange County. You've got to find ways to hurt them. You've got to test the goalkeeper, and they haven't done that so far.
Epps looped over, headed over the crossbar in the end. Not too far off the mark by Nick Firmino, who just gets underneath the header.
Now there's a chance. At last they've had a really good chance. Got to hit target. Not saying you have to score, but you've got to work the goalkeeper there. That's their best chance. This ball's knocked into the box. They haven't been able to play through the middle, so getting wide, hanging things into the far post seems to have worked for Lexington. They work so hard to get that one chance there, and got to head that ball down as best you can, Nick Firmino. But at least he's in the right position. Give him credit for that.
Nick Firmino, who played 8 times with Atlanta United in Major League Soccer last season, is looking for an opportunity to get frequent minutes. Now it's Orange County. Checking for that ball was Hagar. Wasn't able to find the pass in, and instead they'll have to start it all the way back now with Brewitt. Scott. And it does find Hagar now. Hagar! An awkward deflection, and what a save by Ketterer. An acrobatic save off of the deflection to push Hagar's shot over the crossbar.
Yeah, those are tough for goalkeepers. When it gets a deflection, you've got to readjust very, very quickly, which he does. And gets that fingertip to the ball. Absolutely crucial. Once again, Orange County don't attack much, but when they do, they really create good opportunities. I think that's their strength. They absorb pressure, then they create good chances in the opposition half.
And this corner taken in the 42nd minute is presented by Cityside Fibre. Service coming in. As it takes an awkward deflection away. Hagar controls. Hagar, is he caught late? He stayed down, Scott plays on. Duty tries to recycle it back into the box. Zubak the target, couldn't get a touch on. And Benalcazar will control. Inside to Scott. Kyle Scott, further forwards. Hagar back to his feet now. Hagar winds in the cross. A dangling leg away by Lexington. And Epps will control classily on the edge of his box. Lexington trying to play through the press now as Kettler is able to find Barbier. This is confident possession, to say the least, by the visitors.
Some good pressure there from Orange County. Ball was in the box, causing all sorts of problems for Lexington SC.
Big switch, Sargent cushions it down to Firmino. Firmino back to goal, looking to spin, able to release Sargent. Sargent is able to chip it forwards, and great goalkeeping. Rising up to grab it is Colin Shuttler.
Gets a bit of a knock there from Jack Beer, and the defenders immediately turn to the referee, but Colin Shuttler not much the worse for wear, so he says absolutely fine, let's play on. It's a little bit better from Lexington now, playing through, getting behind that defense. It's had a lot of joy down that left-hand side, as you mentioned.
Took the words out of my mouth. Feels like they've definitely favored that left-hand side with Sargent. Interesting to see if we see some flexibility maybe with Marcus Epps and Sargent getting to try different sides of the field as well. Britt sees his clearance blocked away, out for a goal kick.
I think it's a good position for Orange County here. They'll be quite happy to go into the half-time break 1-0 up.
Check out all the new arrivals for the 2025 season. This week's new arrival features the Back to Blue collection, including a royal blue and orange scarf and fan favorites, Sportique ultra cozy hoodies and t-shirts. Visit ocscshop.com. Beautiful scarf, that. Isn't it quite hot in Irvine, though, for a scarf?
No, maybe not so much at night. I'm sure during the day it is.
Whatever it takes to rep your team's colors, right?
What were they called initially? LA Blue, I think that's what their name was when they very first started.
Just a lone minute of stoppage time. And stoppage time is presented by Solvagari Law Firm. Barbier, seeing if his Lexington side can carve out one last opportunity. Sargent crosses it in, the target Rodriguez. Took an awkward bounce, but able to maintain the ball through Epps. Epps, quick feet. Scott with an important toe poke away. Awkward cross. Cleared out of trouble, but Orange County's pocket is picked. Rodriguez! And just like that, Lexington Sporting Club have the equalizer. Rodriguez able to capitalize on the pocket being picked of Orange County's back line, and they'll go in the break, locked in deadlocks.
This is good play from Lexington, and they've put pressure on. They've been trying to get that angle, that possibility, and eventually Orange County had to make an error. They've been defending very well, the team in blue, but that ball eventually gets to Braudilio Rodriguez. He turns and shoots. You give that man service, he's going to score, and now we really have a game on our hands.
And that goal serves as the last kick of the first half of play. We'll go into halftime locked in a 1-1 draw. Gary Bailey, your thoughts?
Probably fair at half-time because, you know, Orange County have had their moments. They've defended well, but Lexington have been trying to get through. They got some joy down the left-hand side. They've been prodding and poking. They got a cross with a header that just went over the bar from Nick Firmino. And eventually they got a reward for their hard work, and means it's set up for a perfect second half, you would think.
Well, 45 minutes of a battle have taken place in Irvine, California. A 9th-minute goal by Grayson Doody, but a stoppage time equalizer from Rodriguez. We've got halftime action coming up. Stick with us here. USL Championship action.
I'm Jay, and as founder of Omega, I understand that as a business owner, you've got a lot in your mind. Let the tax credit ninjas at Omega get you the money. It's rightfully yours. It's not too late to score big on tax credits, but you gotta act fast.
RAV4 hybrid shoppers, listen up. You're paying more and getting less. The all-new Mazda CX-50 hybrid packs the same Toyota trusted hybrid powertrain, but delivers premium performance and more luxury. Why pay RAV4 prices when you get more with the CX-50 hybrid? And while Toyota dealers struggle with inventory, we have CX-50 hybrids in stock now at Tustin Mazda. Better tech, better value. Skip the wait. Buy a Mazda CX-50 hybrid now at Tustin Mazda. Think hybrid, think Mazda.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
Welcome back to USL Championship action. Orange County with the 1-1 draw after 45 minutes against Lexington Sporting Club. Well, plenty more action to be had this season. We're going to take a look ahead for Orange County Soccer Club at what they have to come, Gary, and it's Monterey Bay.
Well, it's a bit of a West Coast rivalry there, so they'll be looking to get one over Monterey Bay. Again, there's these 3 games at home, one after the other, give them a great chance to do something. I hope Traeger plays, a former Monterey Bay player. Nice to see him up against his former club.
For Lexington Sporting Club, they've got some exciting action to be had coming up next as well. They'll be facing Indy 11.
Joe Hafferty will be hoping that he scores one of those cracking goals that he scored there. And this is Goldthorpe. He got the second in that match against Hartford. I wonder if we'll see him second half, by the way.
Lexington, obviously, with all eyes on today's match, but they'll love to be back home in front of their incredible fan base as well. How awesome is that stadium and facility that they have to boast? USL Championship action is nationally broadcast all across CBS this season, Gary Bailey, and they have some excellent games to boast.
Especially if you're a San Antonio fan. If you have a look there, you've got 3 home games back-to-back. Phoenix Rising lost again today. They are really struggling. I'd like to see how they do against San Antonio and Las Vegas Lights. And El Paso got them off to a very good start so far with a win today.
Well, we are halfway through our match here from Championship Soccer Stadium. We're going to get into more of the halftime talk following this quick break. Stick with us here.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Tiptoed the line. Wilson! Brilliant! And he has been on fire at Tampa Bay! Cross forward, brought down by Gagi! The hero! Let's go!
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Success doesn't come easy. It takes grit, hustle, and relentless effort. Every step forward brings you closer to greatness. This is your moment. Elevate your game. El Jimador Spiked Bebidas.
RAV4 hybrid shoppers, listen up. You're paying more and getting less. The all-new Mazda CX-50 hybrid packs the same Toyota trusted hybrid powertrain, but delivers premium performance and more luxury. Why pay RAV4 prices when you get more with the CX-50 hybrid? And while Toyota dealers struggle with inventory, we have CX-50 hybrids in stock now at Tustin Mazda. Better tech, better value. Skip the wait. Buy a Mazda CX-50 hybrid now at Tustin Mazda. Think hybrid, think Mazda.
Welcome back to Championship Soccer Stadium. Delighted you're joining us here on ESPN Plus. Orange County 1, Lexington Sporting Club 1. Let's take a look around the league. Plenty of action to be had, Gary Bailey, and Oakland has surpassed 15,000 tickets sold for their home opener. What a crowd that will be.
Oh, fantastic. And it sounds like a good stadium. They just need to get results, obviously losing against Orange County in the opening match. I hope they can start to get themselves a nice little run of wins going, especially at home.
Lexington had their first ever USL Championship game. It was in front of a record crowd. What an atmosphere they're creating there. And Gary, the magic of the cup is coming back. Who doesn't love Open Cup?
Oh, absolutely. Got a couple of games coming up this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that people can enjoy as it kicks off. And there's always a surprise or two. That's why it's great to watch the US Open Cup.
Getting ready for a cup set, no doubt. Well, there's also been some surprises around the Saturday scoreboard, Gary Bailey. What jumps out the most to you on this first half of our scoreboard?
Tulsa, they won away at Phoenix. They've beaten Tampa Bay Rowdies at home 1-0. Loudoun have got their second straight win back-to-back as well. So Loudoun and Tulsa right at the top of the table. Detroit City with their second win against the champions there, beating the champions 2-1. Switchbacks Miami, unfortunately, 2 games, 2 losses. It's beginning to look like it did last season.
Oh, what a game that is in El Paso, 4-4. Wow.
Wow, I said earlier they won. That's because I saw the scoreline was 4-1. Well done, Phoenix Rising coming back from that to get a draw out of that. And talking about Oakland roots there so far, holding a draw at Monterey Bay. And then for Dennis Sanchez, who was coach of Las Vegas Lights, now coach of New Mexico United, his team are level at the break.
Well, we are also at the break here in Irvine, California. Orange County went up early, but it's still 1-1 at the halftime break. Stick with us here.
I'm Jay, and as founder of Omega, I understand that as a business owner, you've got a lot in your mind. Let the tax credit ninjas at Omega get you the money. It's rightfully yours. It's not too late to score big on tax credits, but you gotta act fast.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
RAV4 hybrid shoppers, listen up. You're paying more and getting less. The all-new Mazda CX-50 hybrid packs the same Toyota trusted hybrid powertrain, but delivers premium performance and more luxury. Why pay RAV4 prices when you get more with the CX-50 hybrid? And while Toyota dealers struggle with inventory, we have CX-50 hybrids in stock now at Tustin Mazda. Better tech, better value. Skip the wait. Buy a Mazda CX-50 hybrid now at Tustin Mazda. Think hybrid, think Mazda.
At the Pickup Family Neurosciences Institute, we function as a unit. Neurosurgery and neurology, physical medicine and rehab, physical therapy. It's patient-focused, patient-centered care. The future of the neurosciences at Hoag is filled with promise. We are at the cusp of incredible advancements and innovations that are truly going to transform medical care and its delivery. Patients don't just get a doctor when they come to Hoag, they get Team Hoag.
Halftime is presented by the Noah Bernardo Foundation. Welcome back to soccer action here as Orange County take on Lexington Sporting Club. 1-1 the halftime score. Jessica Charman, Gary Bailey, our entire crew welcome you here. Let's take a look at how we got to this halftime scoreline, Gary Bailey. It was a fascinating first 45 minutes of play, and things started early for the home side.
They put some pressure on this left-hand side. Ryan Dogman with a cross. Duty's unmarked at the far post. They'd left him alone. What a good header. Back the way the ball had come into that far side, but they just switched off at the far post there, Lexington SC, leaving Duty unmarked. You can't do that in the box, and they paid the price.
Dogman really enjoying life in a more attacking position, adds an assist. In the 20th minute, we saw a very good opportunity for Orange County to add goal number 2.
Chris Haggard has his shot blocked, and then Ethan Zubak has his blocked. It's a nice header back in. And there's the first block with the keeper, and second one with his foot. So well done, Logan Ketterer.
They would keep knocking on the door. What a save this is by Logan Ketterer.
Haggard with that deflected shot, and the goalkeeper having to readjust his feet very, very quickly. Just gets the faintest of tips, enough to get it onto the crossbar and over.
Lexington Sporting Club would fight until the very last whistle of half-time, and they get an equalizer for it.
Oh, good little toe in there to change the ball, and it gets passed in to Braudilio Rodriguez, who tucks it away. And it was well worked. They'd worked so hard to get back in the game, Lexington. That turnover ball there, absolutely crucial.
The last kick of the game by Rodriguez is the equalizer. We've seen how it looks. Now let's look at the numbers, Gary. And Lexington shading it in terms of chances created. The issue is they have one shot on target, and that's the goal.
Yeah, it's been a lot of crosses, 13 crosses just to 2 to Orange County. That's why they haven't got the shots. It's been more balls whipped into the box. XG, if you want to look at that measurement, 0.55 for Orange County, 0.64 for Lexington. Pretty much even, and that's the way it is at halftime.
Seems like the scoreline tells the true story of what was an even first half of play. Second half is just around the corner here, and teams still in the locker rooms right now, Gary. And if you're Terry Bossra...
I mentioned the cross is 13-2, so we know they're getting wide, they're whipping balls in, but they're just not testing Colin Shuttler enough. For Orange County, touches in the opposition box, they have 5, Lexington have 15. So Orange County, for me, not getting in the box, the opposition box, often enough. They're defending really well, they're soaking up the pressure, but they need to cause more damage on the other side. And of course, you've got subs on the bench who can make a difference. Usman Silla for Orange County, I think, is a very good player. And for Lexington, Goldthorpe, who got the second goal against Hartford as an option for Lexington SC. So let's see what the managers decide in the second half.
There's a look at Nick Firmino for Lexington. I think he's been very dangerous in moments, but hasn't been able to get on the score sheet as of yet. Interesting to see the different techniques that teams use, Gary, and Lexington really trying to get sharp right now. We'll see if that translates into how they start this game, because they may well be disappointed with the fact they conceded a goal so early away from home.
Yeah, they will be. They didn't stop the cross coming in. They didn't pick up at the far post, and they paid the price. Interesting, though, we just see them warming up, and when we chatted to Terry Boss, he says we make training more difficult for them. We set them challenges in training, so when they get into the play isn't that difficult because they're used to what they've been doing in training. So here we see them on the pitch, and now Orange County doing the same thing.
Grayson Duty, of course, the goal scorer in that 9th minute header.
Former Las Vegas player. Well, he was on loan at Las Vegas last season. I think part of the reason why Las Vegas did so well and went all the way to the championship, or the Western final anyway. And really, really impressed with Grayson Duty.
Big 45 minutes awaits for both these sides. Early days in the season, but nonetheless, you want to build momentum. And for a side like Orange County that has another home game to follow, really trying to turn their stadium, Championship Soccer Stadium, into a fortress. Referee Mohamed Hassan ready to get things back underway here. Chris Hagart stands over the ball. Jessica Charman, Gary Bailey, delighted you're joining us. And we are back underway. 45 minutes remaining. So we look to see if the deadlock can be broken between these two sides. Long direct ball as Scott heads it forward, and Hagart is clotheslined. A really painful one for Chris Hagart. It was Nick Firmino. I don't think there was any intent there, just a very awkward collision between the two.
Yeah, Firmino just walking away from it. It's a difficult one because I thought Firmino was going for the ball. But maybe, as the referee's saying, maybe just lifted his elbow up a little bit too much, and that's where the contact comes. Let's have a look at it again. He led with the elbows, which I think the referee is saying, and that you can't really do.
Just set up. Interesting free kick scenario. This early on into the half, Pedro Guimaraes ended up leaving it for Chris Hagart now.
The referee just saying, no, you can take it from where the foul happened.
Trying to get away with every inch he can. Chris Hagart, though, not sneaky enough with the ball placement. He's now joined by Nico Benalcazar, and why wouldn't you leave this one for Benalcazar after what magic we saw from the set piece?
Absolutely great strike there for the third goal against Oakland Roots last week.
We'll leave it for Benalcazar, playing it short. Bit of a combination play, finds the masked man, and eventually it's booted clear. Wasted opportunity?
Well, if it comes off, then obviously they'll say it wasn't. Yeah, I would rather, I think with free kicks, I'd rather you aim for the keeper. Put the keeper under pressure, get it over the wall into the corner, or aim to the side of the wall and make the goalkeeper make a save. Never easy when you get hit with a shot from 20-odd yards as a keeper. It bounces in front of you and 2 or 3 people are following up for the rebound. So I would rather play the percentage shot, but every coach has their own belief as to what to do at free kicks.
Once again, the Noah Bernardo Foundation wants to remind fans to never drink drunk and get home safely.
Never drive drunk is such a good message to put out to everybody, and worth remembering. You can always get a Uber these days. There's no excuse for driving when you're over the limit.
Just such an important thing to bear in mind is Lexington with an opportunity. Dinked forwards and headed away by Doody. Goal scorer turns defensive man again. As Zubak all the way back to keep this one in his team's side. A poor giveaway is recovered well. Here's Scott. Hagart. Guimaraes. Guimaraes will set things back with Brewitt.
You mentioned young Pedro Guimaraes, just 16, but we've got a good youth policy, Orange County. Daniel Garcia, 17. Ben Bajalo's 18. Bryce Jamison, 18. Ashton Miles, who's playing centre-back, 20. And a whole other bunch of youthful players who are going to be brought through the system. They really are a fantastic development club at Orange County.
Guimaraes is nailed to the ground. It was Marcus Epps with the challenge that has left the young Guimaraes down on the ground. Saw Danny Stone's reaction to this one. He wasn't happy. What do you see?
There was a little slip initially from the youngster, and then there was body contact afterwards. Probably Danny Stone just trying to protect his young fullback. I don't think there was anything nasty about it.
Guimaraes and Hagart play short together and recycle it all the way back with Brewitt. Benalcazar. Good looking ball, was looking to unleash the run.
Roberto Molina there. I think that's probably what Danny Stone has asked for, is Molina to get into more forward positions. I felt they didn't attack enough first half, Orange County, and we saw that with only 5 passes in the opposition box as to 15 for Lexington. Now you can see numbers pushed up, and I think Danny Stone asking them to be a little bit more proactive up front.
We saw that with the high press on goalkeeper Logan Ketterer, and it has forced a turnover. Scott. Dogman couldn't dink it into the path of Molina. And you just saw the frustration out of Dogman from that ball. Burks. Poor giveaway. We pounced upon. Benalcazar. Zubac. Molina.
Now it's Lexington doing to Orange County what they did. They're dropping into a low block and getting all the numbers behind the ball and making it difficult for Orange County.
Dogman connects with Benalcazar. Zubac to Molina. Duty. It's cleared away half-heartedly, still in a danger zone as a swinging volley. Doesn't end up testing the goalkeeper, but Hagar went for one.
Well, judging by the sign of the crowd, it couldn't have been too far away, or we didn't actually get to see it. Let's have a look here. Ooh, I tell you what, it is wide. You can see Logan Ketcher at the end just sort of putting his arms out as if the ball's going wide, but I think the goalkeeper would have had a bit of a fright to begin with.
The only way to ensure that you're here for all the action in 2025 is by joining the season ticket holder family. Earn exclusive gifts, benefits, and access to the best seats in the house. Get yours today at orangecountysoccer.com/season-tickets. Interesting, because Chris Haygart's come close a couple of times in this game, came close in the lead up to a goal last week, but still hasn't been able to find the back of the net so far this season. Kieran Sargent getting attention from the referee. He's saying that they were appealing that Sargent...
And eventually Lexington got the nod from the referee. Now you see that to me there's a free kick out wide. I'm thinking why not just stick it in the box, but let's see what happens here.
Sargent puts it into the box, back post, Epps deflection and in! Lexington have grabbed the lead with a deflected strike off of the boots of Marcus Epps.
That's a good bit of play there. They didn't need the free kick in the end because they played it down that left-hand side, whipped the ball in. You can see Colin Shuttler just looking at his defense as to what happened there, but that ball on that left-hand side to Kieran Sargent, as it happened so many times. Unmarked at the far post, Marcus Epps, very similar to the goal scored by Grayson Duty in the first half, leaving players unmarked very at the sort of far post area, and they've paid the price. A little bit lucky, comes off the post, but he's got time to settle. In fact, the reason it comes off the post, it takes a deflection. The block nearly enough. And that wasn't going towards the post until the block was there, but they get it, and that's all that counts.
Marcus Epps, the former Hartford Athletic man, adds a goal to his name tonight. And Lexington, in their USL Championship debut season, currently leading away from home. Talked so much about the travel, and a lot of people on the outside thinking it would be a struggle, and Terry Boss told us no excuses, and he's displayed that on the pitch today.
Yep, so far so good. Still a ways to go yet for Lexington Soccer Club, but very impressed with them there. Felt at the time they should have just taken the free kick and put it in the box, but they wanted to play it, and they play it well on that left-hand side. But still questionable defending at the far post by Orange County.
Epps trying to swing a cross in to his fellow goal scorer, Rodriguez. Now the table has turned on Orange County. It was their early goal that gave them the 1-0 lead, and Lexington has clawed back the deficit twice to lead now. So cross is put into the danger zone, away it goes. change from Lexington as Epps, fresh off that goal. Trying to toy with the defender now. Gumaraya is able to toe poke it away. It's a corner kick. And this corner in the 56th minute is presented by Cityside Fibre.
That's a very impressive 1.5 games so far from Lexington SC. You know, we saw the success of Rhode Island last season, how well they played to get to the final. Just wonder if Terry Boss's side, it's quite a loaded side to be fair. He's got some good players he's brought in, but he's got them to gel, and that's what's really important.
Talked about it in the Open, the fact that he was able to combine some young players with veteran presences. Zeffel takes the corner short. Sargent. Back to Zeffel. A deflection on the cross. Taken down and volleyed away. Hagart the target. Hagart one-on-one with Sargent. Tries to draw the contact. Mohamed Hassan does blow his whistle. Usman Silla stands on the touchline, getting ready to enter the field of play. Gary Bailey, that's a player that you have a lot of praise for.
Yep, I've liked what I've seen from him, and I've heard from one or two coaches that they think he's a good player. And maybe even an argument for him starting in future in the season. I think maybe they've got an eye on him working into a regular starting berth. So I want to know if there's going to go 3 at the back. Just throw that extra body forward. And that's a positive sign from Danny Stone. As they drop behind, he brings on an extra attacking player.
And I like it giving them long enough as well. A lot of the times you'll see coaches make changes, but it's too little too late.
And it also makes sense to bring the youngster off. You know, at 16 years of age, this is turning into a tough match, a physical match, and you know, he's done really good so far, but maybe it's the right time to bring him out of the battle.
So Usman Silla enters the field, and this substitution is presented by MedEquip, turning setbacks into comebacks. Dogman. To Zubak. Here comes Molina. Molina swings in a cross into the hands. Zubak almost with the deflection. Would have been offside anyway.
It's better though, at least they're trying something, Orange County, in terms of getting that ball into good position from Molina to Zubak. Zubak obviously started his run a bit too early, but I like the idea. And they're going to have to get inventive now if they're going to break down this Lexington defense.
Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the academy to the big league, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials and more. Select, the player's choice. Big half an hour for Danny Stone and his side. Again, so early in the season, Gary, but you know all too well how important momentum is in getting a good start to a season.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why those home games, 3 in a row for Orange County, is so important that you get something from each of them.
Scott plays inside to Silla. Silla threading it forward to Zubak. Zubak with the early cross and trying to get on the end of it. Appeals for a penalty.
I didn't see a penalty there. Has to be a lot more clear cut, but Ethan Zubak just putting the ball in that danger area. And you can see Roberto Molina coming in at the far post. Just sort of threw his body at it.
Again, he's looking more for the contact from Danny Barbier than the actual contact being there.
Yeah, but at least they're being more positive now. And of course, the flip side of being positive and bring on an extra striker in Silla is you leave more gaps at the back. But it's a risk you have to take if you're Orange County.
We'll see if Lexington Sporting Club are able to exploit the gaps that are left behind. Epps. Rafferty. Barbier. And Sargent. Good phase of possession. We talked about keep away, and now it's the visitors playing keep away as a dangerous ball in. Quick off his line is Colin Shuttler. Scott. Plays it forward to Dogman. Dogman's been kept relatively quiet in this second half. Player that, when he gets on the ball, good things seem to happen. Benalcazar. Silla. Little stop and go on the edge of the box, but thwarted by a big tackle. Doody does enough.
There's no need for Orange County to take too many risks. I mean, there's still just under half an hour to go. So, yes, the Silla change makes a lot of sense, but you just need to keep calm. Just try and play in now with virtually two strikers in Zubak and Silla. Now got options up front. Haggard stayed up there, and Molina's pushing up. So they've got lots of possibilities, as long as they keep it tight in defense, don't make any errors. There's every chance they can get back on level terms, Orange County.
Mohamed Hassan was not happy with the amount of time Lexington are taking on these throw-ins, draining the clock early on. Good to see the referee just set the tone and let them know that he is adding the time on his watch. It's an aerial duel. Epps is able to poke it back into play. Speedy Williams. Down the channel by Hafferty to Epps. Epps, arcing cross.
By the way, that was a good cross from Marcus Epps. Right into a dangerous position. Goalkeeper can't comfort, and he has whipped that ball in. If any of his teammates could have got on the end of it, that would have been a really good chance for Lexington.
Elliot Goldthorpe is getting ready down on the touchline. Had a goal off of the bench. Terry Boss told us he was very happy with the impact that his substitutes had last weekend. Here comes Silla. Silla trying to round Speedy Williams, is able to get it across to Molina. Molina figured out. We will get an opportunity for the sub to enter the play, as mentioned. Elliot Goldthorpe will enter the play. Jack Beer exits the play. And this substitution is brought to you by Medequip, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Goldthorpe got 18 minutes in the match last week against Hartford and scored the goal, as you mentioned. So it looks to be a really quick player up front, and probably what you need now is somebody to start bothering the defense of Orange County. Orange County are throwing more bodies forward. That means there's potential gaps at the other end of the pitch.
It was a very direct goal with Goldthorpe running through for a 1v1. And as you mentioned, Gary, maybe a different angle that Orange County can look to exploit. Scott. Sends a great ball forward. It's cushioned down. And the cross is put into an area, headed away. Lexington just send it further up the line. Trying to clear the danger zone.
Good play by Lexington under all sorts of pressure at the back. They soaked it up, they moved the ball around, they kept the possession, they've won themselves the foul. And if they can leave here with all 3 points, and you leave Orange County, then they won't be afraid to go to anywhere else, be it Phoenix, Las Vegas, Pittsburgh, whatever it is, because this is as tough as a place as there is, with the travel and the time difference and everything else. So if they can hold on, and of course long way to go yet, it would be a very impressive 3 points for Lexington SC.
It's interesting to see Chris Hagart head over to the bench and trying to get some extra instruction. Gonna look at the gaffer, Terry Boss.
Former goalkeeper in his day.
It's interesting to hear him say, though, that the clean sheets are important, but it's a team effort, and the defending starts as a forward. So still got that defensive mentality.
Yeah. 1 appearance for Seattle Sounders and 7 caps for Puerto Rico. I think he was living and playing in Puerto Rico at the time.
Sargent is being helped to the sideline now just to get checked out. The substitution for Orange County now is Benjamin Barjolo comes into play. He will be replacing Roberto Molina, and this substitution is presented by Mediquip, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Excited to see this young man, just 18 years of age. Roberto Molina did okay, but doesn't really threaten enough. He hasn't got the pace and got a very comfortable left foot. What I want to see now is someone who can have a go at this Lexington SC defense. It's such a pity that so many of their other players like Bryce Jamison aren't available. He's another really good young player they've brought through the system. No Tristan Traeger. Would have been somebody else they could have brought on to try and get back onto level terms in this match.
Barjolo just 18 years of age. What a great opportunity for him to have 20+ minutes to have an influence. So the ball is sent up the field, flipped on by Goldthorpe. Hagart trying to break through the challenge of 3. He earns a free kick. Joe Hafferty a little confused as to how that one's resulted in his team being penalized. Orange County SC returns home to Championship Stadium next week on Saturday, March 22nd for our 4th annual non-profit night as our county boys face Monterey Bay FC. Don't miss out on all the action and get your tickets today at orangecountysoccer.com/tickets. Silla. Back to Brewitt. Here's Scott. Duty. His cross is blocked and it falls to the sub. Barjolo. Scott. Drives the cross. Deflection, and it will be out for a corner kick. This corner kick, taken in the 69th minute, is presented by Cityside Fibre. That opportunity will create a substitution. Jacob Green coming in for Lexington. He will replace Kieran Sargent, and I thought Sargent was very good, Gary, but perhaps facing some fatigue.
And also he took a knock there at the end, so that might have played a role.
That substitution is presented by Mediquip, turning setbacks into comebacks. Chris Hagart will take the corner. Interesting to see Orange County switch up so many different corner kick takers. Hagart puts this one in front post, headed clear. It's volleyed over the crossbar from distance.
Well, that's a very ambitious volley. It's it would have been goal of the season if it had gone in.
It was Kyle Scott with the ambitious effort. Looking for the most flexible way to come down to the champ in 2025. Our 10-ticket flex packs are just what you need. Use these 10 tickets to attend multiple games with a friend, or grab your friends and family and use them all in one match. The choice is yours. It's flexible. Grab yours today at orangecountysoccer.com/flex-packs.
Eventually chose to go long there, Logan Ketcher. I think good decision. They've won the free kick. And, you know, the last thing you want to do is when you're 2-1 up, you start inviting pressure on the edge of your box. Instead, long ball up, free kick one. They can slow the game down and see what they can build from this free kick.
And another look at the contact that takes place here, and it's been Alcazar that is penalized for the challenge on Rodriguez.
Any rush to get this sorted, Lexington. It's a good time just to quieten the crowd, slow things down, get some tactics from the bench, etc.
If you're just joining us, it was an early goal for Orange County. Duty in the 9th minute, but 2 unanswered goals coming for Lexington. One in first half stoppage time by Brodilio Rodriguez, and then a quick goal in the 53rd minute, a deflected shot from Marcus Epps. Sits us here in the 2-1 lead for Lexington.
Seems as if the free kick went against Rodriguez. I thought he was the one who got hit, but it's Orange County who get the free kick. Maybe they felt he didn't challenge for the ball, Rodriguez.
Orange County won't mind one bit. They'll have an opportunity to restart in Alcazar. To Brewitt. And Haggart. Scott. Rodriguez is now back onto the pitch. Sila. To Scott. And again, you mentioned that low block, Gary, so hard to break down.
It is, isn't it? There's just so many bodies between you and the box. Sometimes you've got to go over the top if you can't play through.
Barjolo towards the front post, and a good scoop at the front post by Logan Ketterer.
It's not a bad ball, is it? It's whipped in from out wide, as we say. If you can't go through the middle, just get wide and either go with height or on the ground. And that one, it offered the temptation for a striker to get in the near post and have a little bit of a flick on. In the end, it goes straight through to Logan Ketterer.
Ketterer will ball it out to himself and launch the rolling ball forwards. Direct play.
See, sometimes direct play works. There they got possession yet again. And I know a lot of people believe you have to play out the back, but I don't believe you have to play out all the time. Sometimes, especially now when you're 2-1 up and you just don't want to invite pressure, just knock it long, and you've got to, I guess, run about 50-50 chance of getting the knockdown.
And you brought on a target forward in Goldthorpe that's able to hold up the play maybe a little better too.
Yeah, absolutely. So other people believe that every team has to play Pep Guardiola style. Well, when you have, used to, I wouldn't say now Man City, but in times gone by, when you had the best players in the world, then it's a little bit easier to play possession football.
Gary, I'm sure there's a lot of Manchester City fans listening that are now very hurt by that comment. It's been a tough time.
It has not been as tough as being a Man United fan, trust me.
Well, I'm a Reading fan, so we won't talk about that suffering, Gary Bailey. The whistle blows from Mohamed Hassan.
Okay, no rush from Lexington's side to get things going. This is when it starts getting frustrating, when you're playing at home and you're a goal down and you're trying to get the game going. But it's exactly what Orange County would do to Lexington if the roles were reversed.
How much of that needs to be soccer IQ of the players, making sure they don't give away any chippy fouls?
It's that experience, and you mentioned it, players like Speedy Williams, you know, they've picked so well. Daniel Barbier, rather, 27. He's been around. Logan Ketcher is 31. These are players who've been, you know, all over the league. Marcus Epps, 30. They know what to do in these situations.
Epps. It's a little move and then a block. Strike, important block. Brave defending by Orange County. Epps does get back onto the ball though. Speedy Williams. Big switch from Williams. Beautiful switch, is chested down. And then the shot just left a little bit to be desired as it's shoveled straight into the hands of Shuttler. Haggart. To Scott. And Dogman is here.
As you mentioned, we haven't heard much of Dogman's name in the second half. He looked very sharp early on. Oh, there's trouble.
And foul behind the cameras there. We'll have to wait on the replay as Hagar again, the player fouled. Saw how quick Mohamed Hassan was to blow the whistle and head over with the yellow card.
I think it was for Jafal, was it? I think as you get towards the end of the game, it's tempers do start to flare, especially when you're the home side chasing to get back in the game. He says there was no malice, just mistimed it.
Sofiane Zafal goes into the referee's book. Get another look at the foul here, and it is late.
Yeah, no question, it is absolutely late, but I don't think there was any malice in it. I think yellow card probably the right decision.
Didn't help that it happened right in front of Danny Stone's bench either. Scott. Haggart, a little drop of the shoulder to leave the defender on the floor. Chris Haggart skips through another challenge. Dogman. Back to Brewitt. And square to Scott. Scott trying to find a way through this low block. Tom Brewitt to Dogman. Dogman rounds the defense. Trying to find a way to get a cross in. Benalcazar. Brewitt. Benalcazar. Squares it. Beautiful touch. Beautiful feet by Hagar, and then drags the shot wide. The build-up was beautiful, but the finish left a bit to be desired.
Oh, it was excellent, patient play by Orange County. They held on to that possession. They probed, they probed. When this ball got laid off to Hagar, I'm thinking hit it, and he doesn't. He opens up a bit of space, puts it perfectly on his left foot, and then drags the ball wide. Brilliant build-up, lovely play. Just the execution at the end just wasn't 100% from Hagar, but that's better from Orange County.
A huge chance for Orange County goes amiss, but they'll be encouraged to have had that opportunity.
Complaints from the Orange County players about wasting time here. Logan Ketra just trying to do it as much as possible. I think he's overdone it. I think he might have got a yellow card. I'm just wondering why there's applause from the crowd. We didn't see it, but the goalkeeper annoyed. So the referee's been waving at them to play it, so he can't blame the ref.
It's part of the game, but nothing more frustrating when you're on a losing team and you just sense the seconds and seconds draining off of your clock. There's the confirmation that the yellow card was shown to Lexington's goalkeeper.
I think the referee very well aware of it at the moment, Mohamed Hassan, and he's really keeping a close eye on Lexington players. So they'd be well advised just to keep things moving at a decent pace.
Don't need to pick up any cheap yellow cards. As much as it's early days, you never know when a yellow card might cost you a caution, as having to come quick off his line was Colin Shuttler. You don't want to get accumulation for something as silly as that later down the line.
Yeah. And the thing is, the referee adds the wasted time, so it's not like in most cases you can work the clock down. All you're doing is adding minutes at the end, if the referee is aware of it, and if he tells you he's adding minutes, and it's a pointless exercise. Just get on with the game.
Chip ball forwards, looking for the runner Barjolo. Good goalkeeping by Logan Ketterer. Soccer season is here and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Get her a little bit quicker to get rid of that one as he went direct.
Well, you can't risk another yellow for time wasting. You get sent off.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I mean, your manager would have a right go at you for that, especially if you ended up dropping points. So now that he's got the yellow card, Ketterer, he really has to just be sensible and knock it, you know, reasonably quickly. Just get on with the game.
Duty. Little stumble as he lost his footing. Benjamin Bargiolo. Another substitution soon arriving. It's Mohamedou War entering the field for Orange County. This substitution is presented by Medikit, turning setbacks into comebacks. That'll be the end of Ashton Miles's night, as he is replaced by Mohamedou War.
And it's worth trying something different. You've got fresh legs coming on, fresh mind, different skills. It's just possible that that can break down the opposition's defense.
Just tell Danny Stone right now, throwing everything at it. Time ticking down, under 10 minutes of regulation remaining now. Be interesting to see how much our fourth official, Rafael Bonilla, will show when the time comes. Brewitt. Seja. Sela. Dogman's cross is blocked. Brewitt. Back to Sela. Sela. Dogman. Dogman hangs up the cross. Duty. And over the crossbar again. Chris Hager can't buy a goal right now.
That is so unlucky because he slips a lovely move. Dogman's ball was a really good one, whipped in there. And Duty's effort blocked. And he just slips as he goes to hit that Hagar. Would it have been in the back of the net if he hadn't slipped? Who can tell? But when he does slip, it just goes flying over the top of the crossbar.
Tough blow for Chris Hagar as boos ring out. It does look like the Lexington player down is cramping, and it's good to see the good sportsmanship of Chris Hagar. But with every injury and time of pause, that number gets bigger that head coach Terry Boss is going to have to deal with.
Busy in discussion there as to how they play these final minutes, but they've done really well, Lexington, from 1-0 down away at Orange County, to come back, level it before half-time, take the lead, defend it really well. They haven't given Orange County much in the way of opportunities. And it's been a really professional performance from a team that's only in their second game. Again, expected goals 0.7 for Orange County, 0.82 for Lexington. So just slightly more than Orange County, which is a decent thing to do away at Soccer Championship Stadium. And they've got Christian Valeski they can bring on as well. They just signed him on a 26-day contract. And Valeski with huge experience, last at Monterey Bay, but over 216, well, to be exact, 216 appearances in the USL. So another experienced player you can bring on who knows exactly what to do in these situations to get 3 points and to bring them back home.
It does look like Terry Boss will be stepping to his bench to make the substitutions. And these substitutions are presented by Medikit, turning setbacks into comebacks. Gail Gibbert is coming into play. Christian Valeski is also coming in for the waning moments of this match. Goal scorer, Rodrigo Rodriguez. exits alongside the man that was just being stretched out for the cramp, Sofiane Zafal. So Valesky and Gibbert into the game. Check out all the new arrivals for the 2025 season. This week's new arrivals feature the Back to Blue collection, including a royal blue and orange scarf and fan favorites, Sporty Q, ultra cozy hoodies and t-shirts. Visit ocsshop.com. Dogman trying to get around the tough defense. Is able to get it across, and then a big slide tackle comes in, resulting in an Orange County corner. And this corner kick taken in the 87th minute quick is presented by Cityside Fibre. The shot comes in straight into the hands of Ketterer.
Tom Brewer with the effort there, and it's not normal for the centre backs to be able to volley them in the top corner, so his effort not really testing Logan Ketterer that much.
Maybe he was watching Joe Hafferty, who's listed as a defender in his stripe for Lexington last week.
Golasso last week. But if this result holds, there'll be virtually every team in the USL will take note that Lexington are a very good side. And it's not going to be one of these, expansion teams that are still finding their feet and you can get easy points off. This is a very impressive performance so far, and even more impressive if they can wrap up all 3 points and take them home.
Orange County trying to get their way out of this corner flag as Lexington attempted to pin them in. They're able to get the big switch to calm things down. Brewitt to Scott. And Scott trying to move up the pitch through Haggart. Haggart to Dogman. Dogman had an assist on Grayson Duty's goal. As it's swiped long by Lexington, and then an unnecessary foul by Tom Brewitt as he goes over the back of the Lexington player. And Lexington go for goal. Ambitious.
Ambitious, but certainly gave Colin Shuttler a fright for a moment as he scampered back to his goal.
Appreciate the look from Lexington. But now they'll have to turn to defend as Dogman. Dogman plays it forward into Barjolo. Barjolo hustling in the corner, trying to earn a set piece. Mohamedou War.
Good play out of pressure again by Lexington SC.
Firmino has been relatively quiet in this second half, but hasn't needed to be in action as a foul is called. Jacob Green went to ground and earns the free kick.
Nice little nutmeg there. And Mohamedou War got the ball through his legs and then just couldn't get around the body, and hence he got the free kick.
Another deep throw in for Orange County to try and get out of their own defensive third. Shuttler played forward, bit of an overhit pass, is able to be kept in though. Great work to find Silla. Inside to Benalcazar. And forward to Haggart. Silla was looking for the contact, referee didn't buy it.
And Haggart had kept running as well. He was in a wonderful position.
Lot of stoppage time. The fans here will love the fact that they have plenty of time to try and make at least another golden opportunity. War to Haggart. Chris Haggart feigns the cross, second opportunity, hangs it deep, getting up was Barjolo. And the stoppage time of 8 minutes is presented by Zolfagari Law Firm.
Just chested out there for a corner under some pressure.
We'll have a corner kick in the 91st minute, and it's presented by City Side Fibre. Chris Hagart heads over to the corner to take this one.
Fans getting behind him, just hoping that they can get something from this set piece.
Every service matters. Chris Hagart into the 6-yard box, headed away. Doody recovers. Back to Shuttler, and Doody again. Hagart tries a driven ball, easily cleared away. War trying to regain possession, was unable to do so, but his pressure forces a turnover.
Terry Boss shouting instructions from the sideline now. He's 6 minutes away from a famous victory, as I said, will be heard in all the clubs around the USL. It has been a very professional performance. The sort of performance that Orange County are very capable of, getting in the lead and shutting you out. It's exactly what Lexington have done to them.
Usman Silla. Silla goes for a curler and smashes the woodwork. Usman Silla went for glory and was a matter of inches away.
Wow, just over the goalkeeper's head. In the end, the goalkeeper might have got a touch. If it was a little bit wider, it would have been in that top corner. What a strike. Nice little bend on the ball. You do get the sense that Logan Ketra, had that ball had dropped, would have been able to tip it over.
Ketra will send this one as far away from his net as possible. It's headed straight back where it came from. A little dink ball forwards. Important defensive interception. Launched into touch by Lexington. But Alcazar won't be able to take it that far forward. Terry Boss making sure the referee knew. Terry Boss not making many fans here in Irvine, but he hasn't come here to do that.
Exactly, it's not his job to make fans, it's his job to get 3 points, and they are very close to doing exactly that.
Silla tried to switch the field, wasn't able to do so as Epps, some good quick feet. Marcus Epps' goal, the difference between these two sides right now. Heavily deflected strike. It ended up beating Shuttler. Ben Alcazar. Silla asking for movement ahead of him. Goes himself, reverse pass. A stutter step by War. War will get it back, and Epps goes to ground on the slide tackle. That low block, Gary, yet again, proving so hard to break down.
Marcus Epps doing a good job there defending as a striker. Christian Valesky with some fresh legs there, also chasing them.
Gave his Orange County side the lead. Silla is taken down. Corner is the call. A huge slide tackle came in from Gail Gibbert.
Had to get that right, Gibbert, and he did. if there was any way they could have just stood on that ball or done anything with the ball, he was really committed to the tackle. He got the ball, so it's just a corner.
A risky challenge, but it has paid off for Gibbert. It will lead to a corner kick, though. And this corner kick, taken in the 96th minute, is presented by City Side Fibre.
They've won a lot of these free kicks and corners. Have the Lexington defenders. They've been really good in the air. Brewett's having a discussion again with the referee.
Jacob Green coming out since he received treatment. So Lexington will defend this corner down a player. Chris Hagart wants to capitalize on the space left behind. Hagart to the front post. Ball still alive. And then an awkward slip, sees it turn straight back to Duty. Hagart. Deep cross to the back post. Headed back into the danger zone. Lexington clinging on as they launch it forwards. It's been a team collaborative effort in the back line of Lexington Sporting Club. They have 2 minutes to hold on. Hagart, beautiful move. Still in possession. Finds Silla. Usman Silla. Hagart hangs the cross over everybody. Benalcazar. War. Barjolo. Deep attack and throwing for Orange County.
The finesse has slipped out the game the last few minutes. It's just big balls into the box and big clearances from Lexington.
Another ball searching as it falls to Hagart. Hagart hangs it up and it's headed down off the line and is scrambled in. It's poked over the line. Point blank range by Mohamedou War.
Wow, incredible. I just wondered for a moment if the goalkeeper, Logan Ketchua, had his hands on the ball or not. I'm pretty sure they will complain that he did. But in the end, it was just a big ball knocked into the box, which they've been doing more and more. It was a lovely ball in, by the way. Header, goalkeeper makes a fantastic save. The ball comes in here and goes out again. Now, this is the ball that's going to come back in from Hagart. Beautiful, tempting, fantastic header, great save, hits the post. The keeper's got an argument that he got both hands on the ball, and if there was VAR, they would probably have a good look at this, but referee's given it, and I don't see it being overturned. Mohamedou War gets there, and immediately the goalkeeper says, I've got both hands on the ball. I think he did.
Well, remember, it doesn't even need to be both hands anymore, just a controlled possession.
Well, you know, he got the ball and it came out of his hands. That might be the other argument. Is he got two hands on it, then it came out, then they scored. Either way, controversial.
Mohamedou War, the hero at the death of the game with the equalizer. But the ball's still alive. Lexington's heart's broken. We'll see how much more time Mohammed Hassan decides can be warranted as the ball strikes him. It'll start with a drop ball to Lexington since they had possession.
Looks like that unbeaten spell goes to 9 matches if Orange County can at least hang on to this draw.
Lexington will want to change that here. Crosses blocked, and Hagart just swings it clear. Lexington looking to build down that touchline. They earn themselves a set piece. A corner kick taken in the 100th minute, presented by Cityside Fibre. One last opportunity for the visitors.
Is there more drama to come is the question.
It's been a game full of drama. Elliot Goldthorpe will serve this all-important set piece in. He has Marcus Epps short. Goldthorpe towards the backside of the 6, and the final whistle blows. A match full of drama here as Orange County Soccer Club get the 90+7 equalizer. 2-2 the final score. Gary Bailey, your thoughts?
Well, Lexington will feel like it's points dropped, obviously, but to come away here and play as well as they did and get a point is still a great performance for Orange County. It feels like a win. You can see the hugs, and they pulled it back there. It was a tough, tough game up against a very good opposition, and they kept on going right to the end. And all I can say to Lexington is welcome to the USL Championship. It's not easy to go away from home and win, because this is what teams do. They throw everything at you, and in the end, Controversial, maybe. I'm sure Logan Ketcher will not be happy. I'm just not convinced that having got two hands on the ball that he held on to the ball, but a difficult one to say. Either way, Mahamadou War gets his toe on the end, gets the draw. Fantastic game, fantastic ending.
And today's man of the match presented by Takari Ahoy. Who else but Mahamadou War with that last-ditch equalizer. Final score here, 2-2 with all the last-ditch drama. Orange County Soccer Club able to steal away a point. Post-game show to come. Stick with us here.
I'm Jay, and as founder of Omega, I understand that as a business owner, you've got a lot in your mind. Let the tax credit ninjas at Omega get you the money. It's rightfully yours. It's not too late to score big on tax credits, but you gotta act fast.
RAV4 hybrid shoppers, listen up. You're paying more and getting less. The all-new Mazda CX-50 hybrid packs the same Toyota trusted hybrid powertrain, but delivers premium performance and more luxury. Why pay RAV4 prices when you get more with the CX-50 hybrid? And while Toyota dealers struggle with inventory, we have CX-50 hybrids in stock now at Tustin Mazda. Better tech, better value. Skip the wait. Buy a Mazda CX-50 hybrid now at Tustin Mazda. Think hybrid, think Mazda.
Welcome back to Championship Soccer Stadium. What a game it was. Orange County 2, Lexington 2. Let's take a look at all of the action. Jessica Charman alongside Gary Bailey. And Gary, it was the home side off to the sharpest of starts.
Yeah, they look good early on here, and Dogman down that left-hand side gets the ball, chips it to the far post, unmarked. Duty pops up and heads a beautiful ball back in the same direction. Goalkeeper, no chance whatsoever. Perfect start to this match by Orange County.
What a header it was from Duty. Still had a lot of work to do. Perfect placement. It felt like Orange County might cruise into the halftime break. Lexington had other ideas. Stoppage time drama.
Yeah, a little bit of turnover ball on the edge of the box, and it gets fed through to Braudilio Rodriguez, who tucks it into the back of the net. And to be fair, I thought they deserted Lexington SC. They worked so hard to try and create an opportunity, and they stole that ball on the edge of the box. And then second half, they came out looking really good here. And who's unmarked at the far post, as Duty was this time, Marcus Epps. He shot his half block, but it just sneaks in off the post.
It felt like that was going to be the game winner. Look at this finish one more time. Deflection probably helps this one in, but they all count. Talk about stoppage time drama. Orange County determined to give their fans something to take home.
Haygoff, beautiful ball in, great header, fantastic save. Keeper jumps on it, seems to lose it, and at that moment, Mahamadou War toe pokes it over the line. Goalkeeper says it was in his hands. Referee says, I don't think it was. I can't tell you if it was or not. You have a look here. He grabs it there, and then it seems to slip, and then it gets toe poked over. Big controversy, but in the end, I think a fairly honourable draw. Two teams who played really well tonight.
Those match highlights were presented by Omega Accounting, and tonight's final stats are presented by HOAG. Lots of shots, Gary.
Yeah, shots on target. Orange County, because they were chasing the game at the end, 8 shots to 3 on target. Expected goals, 1.78 for Orange County, which is about 2 goals, 0.83 for Lexington. So they got more goals than they actually seem to create, so credit to them. But it often happens when you're chasing the game, you will create more opportunities. I thought overall, it was a fairly even game. Two very good possession-based sides who have a lot of quality.
Well, 2-2 was the final score, and tonight's final score is presented by Raising Cane's. The new kids on the block, Lexington Sporting Club, were matters of seconds away from a victory, but it was not meant to be a game full of drama for the full 90 plus 7 minutes. For Gary Bailey, my entire crew, Jessica Sherman, thank you for watching. Final score, Orange County 2, Lexington Sporting Club 2.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.